Good morning, Gulliver, and welcome to Raider305. I'm Desmond Howard.
And I'm Camila Figueroa, and thank you so much for joining us for a special FSPA edition show.
Well, kicking off our show, we meet a student leading his local community. Then we learn about students who are making their voices heard on campus.
Next, we explore a place where the singers aren't the only ones with a voice. Finally, we close our show with Chris Sanchez and his latest attempt to becoming famous. Don't go anywhere because we've got all of these stories and more
On Raider305.
Desmond, future leaders are all around us right here at school.
That's right, Camila. Students like Luis Gandelman are already making their mark on our community. Amelie Santini kicks off our show.
Everything isn't on a surface level. Everything has a layer below it.
Meet Luis Gandelman. Right now, he's giving a TED Talk. But did you know that he's only a junior in high school?
So for me, it's crucial to put the word out there about different issues, to educate people on the importance of stepping up.
And the teacher started to notice Luis by his active voice.
I think he's very vocal about his beliefs and his dedication to the faith, and so advocacy at a high school level is usually one that is very either quiet or kind of run by adults. I think Luis kind of takes that, puts it on his shoulders, and really tackles it head on.
Luis not only focuses on anti-Semitism, but he finds himself talking for healthy minds.
As someone who struggles with depression and anxiety, it's something that plagues me every day, but the best way to deal with it is to fight it head on. For me, the way of doing that was reaching out for help and giving depression a slap in the face and becoming an activist to help other people fight it.
His ability to speak, not only to speak, but to speak like meaningful things, like to really help people.
On my right ankle, I have the Hebrew word chai, which means life. I tattooed that on my ankle exactly 1 year after I tried to take my life for the first time. And for me, I tattooed that alongside with the semicolon tattoo. So it represents my mental health journey, how far I've come from the lowest point in my life, how I've been able to get where I am today. When I was doing my TED Talk, I had to argue a lot with staff who wanted me to write a script, and I told them I don't do scripts. And sure enough, I wrote a script and I did not follow it on the talk day. I speak from the heart, and that's the way I don't get nervous.
And when people try to disregard him because of his age, Luis stands proud, knowing that the future is the loudest voice.
So when adults are ready to dismiss me and other people simply because of our age, it's insulting. Children have powerful perspectives. Just because we're young, that doesn't mean we don't have the same amount of knowledge, if not more.
Luis is striving to be a light to society while not forgetting his community behind.
And all of the activism I do, I view as helping the community, whether that community be my neighborhood, my city, my religion, my identity.
Luis is a pillar for inspiration. And that's just one example of how young voices can shape the world. For Raider Vision, I'm Amelie Santini, reporting.
Up next, we log into the RaiderVoice.com, Gulliver's online student-run newspaper that highlights happenings on campus while interrogating school culture. Carmen Cavalecas tells us more.
When you think of the news, you might think of politics, the economy, or other stories that are meant to inform. But for these young journalists, it's about something different.
We're able to give people the confidence, the understanding, the hope that's needed in this world.
It feels like a real publication, and it runs itself like a real publication.
The Raider Voice is Gulliver's student-run online newspaper and multimedia site, covering stories on campus that are both informative and shed light on social issues affecting students.
A few years ago, we had a transgender student write an op-ed for the Raider Voice, and in that op-ed, they wrote about why they feel that gender-neutral bathrooms and non-binary bathrooms are so important to have inside of a school. And as a transgender student, they wrote about their own experience, and administration actually read that story, and they helped make that change to make that family bathroom into a non-binary bathroom.
And it's more than the stories for these reporters.
What I really enjoyed is that I had an outlet to talk about whatever it is that I found important, and I also had a place to highlight other students' voices to make sure that everyone on this campus is heard.
In the Raider Voice, I'm the sports editor. I do sports myself. I do swimming and water polo, and I can write about how my season's going, how other sports seasons are going.
And these young writers are the core of the Raider voice.
I'm here to facilitate and I'm here to help them, but really it's about that. It's about them going out there and being brave enough to cover a story or face a challenge that they want to and just kind of see it through and then talk to people and publish their work.
That's what makes me the proudest about the Raider voice. It's the fact that we can have so many people that kind of have their own stories, right? And their own ideas for bringing about change. And maybe if it wasn't for the Raider voice, they wouldn't know how to get that out to the world.
From social change to personal passions, these young storytellers amplify the voices of their student body. For Raider Vision, I'm Carmen Cavalecas, reporting.
After the break, we learn about students making their voices heard, and Chris Sanchez shows us how to stay cool this spring. We'll be right back.
Get involved on campus and make your high school experience memorable. Develop new skills. Meet new people. Produce your best work yet. Whether it's an elective, a sport, or a club, you can make the most of your time here if you just get involved.
Just up the street from our campus, the next generation of artists are sharing their talents with the world. Jordan Bankston gives us a front row seat.
For most of us, school means reading, writing, or arithmetic. But for students at the School of Rock, it means just a little bit more.
The more energy you put into it, it goes from just being like, oh, I'm at School of Rock Coral Gables in Sunset Place to, oh, I'm at School of Rock as a whole.
Every time I have a student in a day that I know they're devoted to drumming, it does allow me to give just that much more into the lesson because I know they'll pick it up, they'll resonate with it, and that'll help them grow on the instrument, and that makes lessons much more fun.
For senior student Declan Wagon, it didn't take long to realize he was a part of something much bigger than himself.
At our first show, we get off and then another group that rehearsed a different day that we had no contact with at that point starts playing. We're like, oh my God, these are a lot of other kids just like us. Especially from there, that's when 3 months after that, the first ever house band we had here, it was only 6 people at the time, now it's 20. I mean, it's just it's an ever-evolving thing and you're always meeting new musicians.
At this school, the vocalists aren't the only ones finding a new key.
It can help me start a conversation, do conversations, and when we're in the rehearsal rooms, talk about new songs and different ways, styles of playing.
Everybody can relate to you and stuff, everybody listens to you. And you could talk to anyone you want, really. Everybody's always there for you, everyone's really friendly.
No matter where you are, is very much it gives you a voice, it gives you an opportunity to do really anything musically you want to as long as you put in the energy.
While the sound of music may fill these halls, it's the voices of these students that keeps the beat here alive. For Raider Vision, hit it. I'm Jordan Bankston, reporting.
Finally, we follow Chris Sanchez as he tries to connect with the younger generation of creators. Take it away.
Yeah, bring him in. Look, what's up? Yo! What's up, bro? So Logan, you're gonna have to, as today, I wanna learn how to be cool, so can you teach me a cool TikTok?
Oh, I don't know about TikToks.
But you post 8,000 a day. We'll pop on the screen right now. All right, teach me, let's go. Right. So what you do?
Like this?
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, so then what else would you do?
All right, spin.
Spin.
And then just like this.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh yeah, okay. So that was that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I did.
Yo, Logan, I really appreciate you teaching me how to be cool today. You know,
teaching me how to make
TikToks, teaching me what cool kids eat.
Thanks, Chris. Desmond, did you learn something?
I sure did. I think I got some new moves to try.
That's great. Well, that's all we have for you today.
We'll see you next time
on Raider305.